Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lucian Greymark, back with another episode of Stonehearth for you people. Don't be fooled, this is me just playing right again after we recorded the last episode, so nothing has changed. You might have even recognised the camera perspective, we are exactly where we left off. So we're just going to carry on with creating our fortress here. Ooh, level 4 carpenter already, that's fucking awesome. So we can now create one of those and start building some more advanced stuff, which is neat. A lot of the stuff is sort of things that I'm going to want later but don't have the resources to build yet, or, you know, just advanced decor to make my people feel better. But yeah, we're going to keep building this fortress, and these little exclamation points just mean that there's no stone left. So we're going to harvest these. Harvest. Harvest. There we go. This is a sort of an odd situation because you can use stone to create things here and then harvest it for more stone to create them again. Like, you can just repeatedly get XP for your masons if you're crafty, which is quite neat, but it can get a little dull after a while. So we're just going to not do that. And as you can already see, there's a reasonably sturdy defensive line going up here. It'll look much better once it's done, of course, but for now, this is what we've got. And I'll start putting the roof on this now, which is quite cool. So what I like to do is put a ladder up here, either side of the gatehouse, and that'll be where they can get up onto the wall. It'll make it harder for the enemy to get to me if the walls get breached, which they inevitably will. They're not, the doors aren't super sturdy, although I'm going to be using the big grunty stone doors, which do defend reasonably well. Of course, until I do get doors squared away, you can see there's just a hole right through here where they can just wander in. The enemies, that is. So see these things here, the fine tall window frame? That's there's a random chance whenever a craftsman crafts something that they'll create a copy of it that's also fine. See, that happened right there. He used the same resources and managed to make 2 items. The fine ones add decor, but they also are much more valuable to sell, which is, honestly, in my opinion, their primary purpose. They're a commodity. It's a pain in the ass to replace things with fine variants, so it sort of just happens as needed. I'm somewhat glad that the game is in flat pastel shades, because if there was a lot of texture work going on, then the game would be damn near unplayable. I mean, even see, if you look at these carrots, they've actually got a ton of tiny little squares on them, and you can imagine how the game actually struggles to render a lot of that later on. Oh, they're arguing. That's awkward. Oh, and he got a level up of that? Cool. That was weird. Cool beans. Well, at least he hits harder now. So they can now apparently gain XP from talking to each other, which is a bit odd. Again, it's sort of been a long time since I've played this game. Over, well, perhaps not as long as it could have been, but long enough that there are new things that I'm not aware of. How is our mining going? Let's have a look down here. As you can see, they're making relatively decent progress. And see this stuff here? So that's copper ore, tin, silver, gold, and hopefully there's some iron floating around. There's some coal. Is that iron, or is that? Yeah, that's iron there. So those are the resources that I'll be using, hopefully reasonably shortly, with a blacksmith to create higher tier weapons and gear. start defending my town in earnest. Finally got level 2 farmer. Have you just got shitty mind or something? Oh no, mind 4. Heck if I know. Had a great talk. Okay. So it makes them happier when they level up. That's neat. Okay, so that only reduces movement speed. It doesn't actually have like a hugely detrimental effect on the gameplay. So, while it's important that they keep them happy, because, you know, movement speed's still important, it's not game-ending like it could be in some video games. 1 comfy bed for 6 wooden swords? Yes, absolutely, that's totally worthwhile. So basically what's happening there is a trader's come along and said, hey look, I need 6 wooden swords and I've got the spare comfy bed, I'll do a trade in about 3 days, or however long it is. 1 day. So if I make 6 wooden swords, he'll give me a comfy bed, which is a fantastic trade for me. Absolutely fantastic. The thing about building walls is that they're only actually useful once the walls are fully completed. Run away, lads. Where's the dude with the sword? There he is. So basically if I hit press R, they will all retreat to the town banner and defend themselves. And the dude, anyone who has a military designation, so a footman, an archer, or a cleric, or a knight, will go out and fight whatever is invading. Quite helpful, really. Pauses production while it's going on, of course, but small price to pay for my halflings being safe and happy. And now they get back about their business. Easy peasy. I am going to need another footman reasonably soon. 1's not going to cut it. But I was hoping to get another halfling before that happened. Because having 6 or 7 halflings to do production and then having a couple for defense about the stage in the game is nice. I suppose I do actually have 9, so I could just make another one now. Is there anyone else who likes fighting? You can be a fighter. We'll make another wooden sword just in case that's going to cause trouble. Now I made an extra wooden shield, so that should solve that problem. Can I make weapons with you yet? I can. Make craft 2 as soon as possible. I really need more stone, and my people aren't going and harvesting it, which is irksome. Ah, there we are. It's just getting it off this. That works. If you've got any questions about the game, feel free to post them in the comments below. Right, so now that those hammers got built reasonably quickly. So now my soldiers have just had an upgrade. They've got plus 11 damage, which sounds like a lot, but it's not really. Walls are coming along quite nicely, really. They don't look very pretty, do they? We'll have to pretty them up a bit. Looks like a lot of the enemies at the moment are coming from this direction, so I'm going to bring the wall along here next. But not yet, apparently. I'll wait until they're finished, then I'll start. I need more food, which is awkward because I've got a shed load. Have I got someone who could be another farmer? You would be an ideal farmer. Farmers sort of want to have a reasonably high body stat because it increases their movement speed and their carry potential, which is obviously important for this bullshit. Now I should have some crates lying around. No, I sold them, so let's make some more. Crates. Make some leather. Yeah, make 5. Fuck, make 10 big crates. Just harvest the stone already. Oh my god. got all the wooden swords that we ordered? All bar one. How many have we got total? Inventory. 6 wooden swords. Okay, so there's plenty there. Look at that. Doesn't that look spectacular? Oh, they're having a discussion. Look at that. And you can set rally points for defensive mode, like, for instance, I could set a defend location here, and they would run over there and defend that from enemies that would attack. I can cancel that. I can tell them to move to there, say. And I do believe there's, if I edit this, and I can... There was a way to... I guess you can't do it anymore. There used to be a way to edit where they would go in the event of a town defense, but I suppose they removed that for the much easier command orders. Which is fair. It might look a bit odd that I'm building the walls so huge, but I sort of want room to expand. I mean, I'm sort of envisioning this area here to be the main town, and then I might have some sprawling stuff on the outside. Maybe make some extra walls after the fact. Norm, you have a lot of cool things for me. See if I can give you some cool things as well. Just selling all of my fine stuff so that I can maybe get some comfy beds. There we go. And we've got another comfy bed, so let's place those down actually. Take those up. Hopefully they do that reasonably quickly. And see, the food has gone rotten. So I'm going to need to use this food now. So it's a good thing that I did, in fact, make those farms as plentiful as I did, because all of that food that I had is now completely useless, and I'm having to get more. Do I have 3? I have 4 comfy beds. Let's get rid of that one as well. Hopefully I can do this reasonably soon. There we go. Alright, so we'll place down... Why does it say I only have 2 comfy beds? Oh, whatever. And one more. I had 4, where'd the other one go? Someone probably has it in their inventory. That's alright, they'll sort it out. There we go. Cool beans. So we're looking at nearly the completion of this wall segment, which is good. How have our miners gone down below? Not super well. I need more people. Like, it looks like I have a lot that are doing stuff already, but I don't have many that are just going and mining, which is quite important. I actually need to just stop building these walls for a bit and just stockpile some stone. And in aid of that, let's do this. Let's make some coffers up against the walls here. Ah, fuck, wrong button every time. I really need to change that key binding. There we go. Right, Alright, so we need to get rid of this because it's just causing trouble now. Wrong button every fucking time. Oh. I don't know how well this is going to translate into YouTube. Obviously, I haven't even uploaded the first video yet. It might just be that there's way too much downtime and I have to do a bunch of editing. We'll see. There's another person there. What have we got on this one? They're a jokester. They're empathetic. Okay. So hopefully they make everyone happy and then get happy as a result. That'd be cool. Why are they not making this one? That's what I want to know. They're just focusing on the tower first. Can't blame them. Towers are awesome. So what we're going to do with these is have stone be collected inside them. There we go. So they should gather up all of the stone and put it in there. And then use that stone to build the walls ahead of time. Which would be great. We are going to make some more of those boxes, however, so that we can store other stuff. And we need to start cutting down some more trees. So what we're also going to do is create a farm for trees. Now I only need one. Oh, I haven't even gotten up to that yet. Alright, so we'll make some wheat. Now why am I doing that? Stop. Not wheat. Corn. Corn. Okay, so I can't get trees just yet. I need to level up my farm a bit more. That's fine. They must have changed it, because it used to be that you could just create trees whenever you wanted. So we'll harvest all of this. They did dig little holes in the ground, that's obnoxious. Harvest all of these things. You just want all the wood that we can get from now on. Stockpile whatever we can. Ah, good, they finished that wall segment off. That's excellent. They've really enhanced the intelligence of the builders in this game. It used to be that they were quite daft. They would put scaffolding to the middle of nowhere. Now they actually sort of do it intelligently, which is cool. We want corn because it takes a long time to grow, and oh lord, are we even gonna be able to kill this? Oh yeah, easy peasy. The big versions of these are really, really dangerous. Sorry, we'll get a Varanus skin, those are quite useful. Nice. And its survival stops both of ways. We can't sell food anymore, which is a little distressing. What have you got for me? Some pelts, I don't really need those just yet. I'm hoping to get a trapper reasonably soon, and they trap animals and get them meat and skins, so that'll be good. Trapper's knife is like weight tear as hell though. And Mason level 3. Just need to get Mason level 3 in general. So what we're going to do is create some stone braziers. Like a bunch of them. Like just a whole hell of a lot. It's going to take a lot of stone to do so, but that's okay, because we need to level up the blacksmith, and just creating meaningless shit is often the most efficient way of doing that. Oh, look at that! They automatically put the doors in when I built them, that's handy. So now this whole flank is actually reasonably well defended. I mean, never mind that there's a huge open gap the rest of the area, but hush. Alright, so seeing as that this is going to be a corner, we'll put the ladder there, and then down to the ground there. And that way they should be able to escape reasonably easily. good. Another level 1 farmer. Excellent. So it seems you can't sell food anymore, which is frustrating. Maybe there's a way to do that later. I probably don't need as much of this coming in. How much have I got? 180. I still do need to have an excess of food to get more people in, of course, but it's not as vital now. Cool beans. That one's done. This should take the rest of the scaffolding away. Oh, level 2 mason. Awesome. Fancy rocks. What did that give me access to? Potter's cutter. And a cook's spoon. Let's make one of those, because I want to cook. And stone chests. We'll make a couple of those as well. So let's place some of these new chests that I've been making. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's all I've got at the moment. That's fine. So I'll put wood in some of them and minerals in others. And really now it's just a case of organising the logistics, which I excel at. That's an exaggeration. I enjoy it. I don't know if I excel at it. Just remind myself that it's going that way in the future. Build, yes. Remind myself that this one is going this way. Build. That way. Build, yes. It's really quite satisfying setting up these templates ahead of time and then seeing them just work. I might make some fancy stairs here actually. Stairs, stone. Make it out of that one. How do we... width 2, like that. Freestanding height 7. I'll make it that way. There we go. Don't quite have enough food for the hearthling. There we go. Right. So you are getting wood. You are getting minerals. And you are getting those. Farm level 3, excellent. So I'm just going to get more food from that now, which is good. And we've got a lot of braziers, so let's start placing them. Place brazier there, 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 there. Cool. And those will turn on at night to give us a nice fire effect. There was something else I wanted to do and I can't remember what it was. Oh, right, I need to furniture, place that. That will let my carpenter create advanced things. Cool. Mason level 3, excellent. So we know what happens when we get to Mason level 3. We get blacksmith's hammer, trapper's knife, workshop, mason's pedestal. That's about that. Excellent. So we'll put you behind that one. There we go. And I need more stone again, I think, because I've got 1 stone left. Oh no, there's a bit more there. 3. 3 stone left. How are my miners doing? Still got a bit to go. So we're gonna just stop building stuff for a bit and let the miners do their thing. I know I said I'd do that earlier, but I had to do these little wall segments here. We're going to give it a couple, another day, I think. I feel like I've been playing a lot longer this time than I did in the first episode. I should really time these things, I'm bad at that. And we'll call it quits probably for the day, actually. I've sort of relaxed enough. I need to go do some other things. Oh, first responder, cool. So we'll let this day run out and then hit the next morning, and then I think I'll call it there. Or maybe just at the end of this one. In fact, this is probably a good time to do it with the sunset. My name is Lucian Greymark. Thanks for watching this second episode of Stonehearth. I might stick around to let you see the braziers pop up. I will be making more episodes of this, no doubt about that, and expect a second episode of my review in action of Dark Souls 3 very shortly. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you again soon. Have a good day. Just wait for these braziers to pop up.